Today the objective of the lesson is to expand a bracket. This means that your contents of your bracket is multiplied by a number which is placed to the front of the bracket. I'm going to start with a numeric example. So if I was going to have a bracket which contained 10 plus 6 and I was going to multiply it by 4, the result would be found by multiplying the 10 by 4 to get 40 and the 6 by 4 to get 24, and the answer would be 64. You can check this because we know that 4 times 16 equals 64. The key points to be aware of is that each term in the bracket, the 10 and the 6, was multiplied by 4. And we're going to look at algebraic examples of this and do exactly the same thing. So, for an algebraic example, I have a letter T plus 6 in the bracket and it's multiplied by 4. I take my T first, and that's going to be 4 times T is 4T. The next term is 6 times that by 4. 4 sixes, 24. This is the final answer from expanding the bracket because you cannot add 24 to a term which contains T's. T's can only be added to T's if you remember your rules for like terms when you collect them together. So let's try a few examples. Maybe you could try this one yourself before carrying on. But if you were going to do this, you've got a T and an S. Both have to be times by 4, so you take the T first. 4 times T is 4T. You've found the first term of your answer. You now will get another term by multiplying S by 4, which would give you plus 4S. Again, these cannot be added together because they are different letters. Next, have a quick go of this yourselves. If you want to pause the video, we can have a try of it. See if you can find the answer before I show you. Works in exactly the same way, 2 terms in a bracket, but I'm going to take a special note that the second term, not just a 5, it's a minus 5. So the rules will apply when I times it by 3. That you would use minus, you can multiply negative numbers by a positive number to get a negative answer. 2x times 3 gives me 6x. That's the first term. My minus 5 now is times by 3. So the answer is minus 15, and I must show that sign there. The final example, or the final couple of examples, these involve a letter times by itself. So you're going to end up with an f times an f, which will give you an f squared. So the first term is 4f, times it by f, and you get 4f squared. The second term is f times g, and we just write that as fg, and that's the final form of the answer. One last example. Maybe you could have a go at this. It doesn't matter that the k term is the last term. You have to take care with the negative sign. Have a quick go now, and then maybe pause the video, and I'll show you in a second. Okay. 2k is multiplying each term in the bracket. So you've got 5 times 2k, which is 10k. Your next term comes from the minus 4k, which is going to be times by the 2k. So I'll deal with the numbers first. 2 times 4 is 8, and this is going to be minus 8. Then I've got k times k, which gives me k squared. So the final form of the answer, 10k minus 8k squared. Please note again, this abides by our rules of collecting like terms. The k doesn't have a power of 2, so it can't be added to this k here, because this is a k squared. Now, what I would like you to do is to have a go at the exercise in the exercise book, which is on page, hold on, I'm just going to pause